So why did some of the ladies find Lisa's SEC filing so surprising?
Richest girl in the group crowdfunded for peanuts.
I don't understand why you reach out for 25 grand on crowdfunding. They have to disclose their debts, and they do have a loan way below market value. What everyone does is really nobody else's business until you put other people down to make you look better. And that's exactly what Lisa did with all of us.
Guess what? I am richer than all of you. I don't need to be here.
Lisa claims they had reasons for doing it. So be it, great.
Clearly, they don't have the business acumen they purport to have because they would understand this isn't a bad thing. We own multiple businesses, multiple brands. One of the brands we have an SEC filing on is a brand called Tequila Ciudad. It's absolutely beautiful, it's delicious. Everything from the bottle to the juice inside is so good. When I say a juice inside, it's because it's 100% Tequilana Weber Blue variety. It's a blended, beautiful tequila. If you understand SEC filings, you know that the SEC does not file that. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. It means you're doing the right thing for your business, and you're saying to the government, we did a public offering on our brand, and we want you to know that we did this. These are the people that participated in it, and you file with your attorneys an SEC filing. There's nothing wrong with it, it's totally fine.
The thing is, no, crowdfunding is not a big deal. But when you're doing it for such a small amount and you're going to take in hundreds of investors and have to do SEC compliance, it would seem to be quite unusual to put yourself through those kinds of hoops if you could just write the check. I can write a check for $25,000 with no problem. I'm pretty sure Heather Gay can. I can't speak for anyone else.
If you understand financials in a business, you would know that in year one, the business was profitable. In year two, because we're reinvesting in the business, you take losses. The platform that we used to raise the funds, it is a platform that you have to be vetted to be on. And at the time, they only had 5 alcohol brands, and they were looking to work more with alcohol brands. So for us, we thought it was a win-win. It changes your network. It's a new opportunity to be connected to other entrepreneurs because it's an entrepreneur-based platform with serious investors on it. And there's nothing wrong with it. This is normal in business. And the brand is amazing. The brand's beautiful. It doesn't mean John and I are broke. We're still building other brands, still investing in other things.
I just remember thinking, I just got off a car with Lisa and she was talking about her jet and her properties and her real estate portfolio and her money that would exceed whatever the crowdfunding was.
Yeah, so I got this really cheesy white dress, and John's like, how much was that? I'm like, 800. He goes, it looks like 80.
I thought, that ain't Dick Clark. You know, something's not adding up.
One thing that we never want to discourage is anyone with a great idea from raising money for their business. And it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, you raise money for your business. Our wealthiest friends are always raising money for their businesses. It's normal in business. Like, we have friends that are legit billionaires that'll say to us, do you want to put 200 grand in a deal? They don't need our 200 grand. There's nothing wrong with this.
Heather gave everyone a shock.
She takes off her sunglasses and we see this huge black eye.
Oh my God.
What the happened?
I was shocked. I was like, who hit her?
Obviously, I was surprised. I mean, you know, we had all been up pretty late, I don't know, 3, 4 a.m. Left Heather's room. I went to sleep. Like, the last thing I was expecting was...
But you could tell, like, it was obvious. There's no way, like, I could hide it. Is it obvious?
Wait, what? Wait.
Oh,
no, it was so subtle.
Well, I mean, I just hoped if I, like...
A little
like,
concealer, no one would have noticed. You just needed better glam.
Better makeup, better glam.
I just remember feeling nauseous, like really concerned for everyone. Like, are we safe? Like, what happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Oh, but what happened?
And she was trying to be funny about it.
I don't think it's that noticeable. Like,
Heather, are you insane? We were concerned. We're like, we need to take you to the doctor. She's like, it's fine. My eye's fine. Don't let this ruin your day.
you know, it's as dumb as it sounds. I just wanted to minimize it. It had been a pretty It had been a pretty rough girls trip.
Are you a Heather Gay or a Lisa Barlow? Don't do that. Lisa Barlow's pretty good. Heather Gay is not a Heather Gay.
I didn't say that. Now's not the right time, so now I should talk over you.
He's still doing it right now, Heather.
Speak and say what you want to say.
Bless you,
Excuse me.
gesundheit.
Thank you.
God bless. I truly felt a little bit broken, a little bit beat up, figuratively and physically. And I just thought, just get through it. Just time to make the donuts, time to get up, time to make the donuts, just get through this. And I just wanted to minimize it and try to salvage the trip for what it was.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to make the trip about my black eye, honestly.
I didn't want any more feigned concern about me or my eye. Nobody gave a shit. So let's just like move on.
We're like, no, we're really concerned. We got to see what's going on. Like, what happened to you? Oh, I don't
And
know.
our story kept
Yeah,
changing
it kept
over
changing.
and over.
happened? What happened?
We don't know.
You're joking.
Well, I think we all know what happened. I just think we don't want to talk about it.
She did allude to that. She goes, well, people know. People know what happened. There is witnesses. And then she looked at me and I go, Heather, like, once again, just me being like the caring to Heather. I'm like, Heather, are you okay? And she goes, whatever you do, if you get a knock on your door at 4 a.m., don't answer it.
If anyone does like a secret knock on your door,
Don't answer.
don't answer.
And then she started pulling it. It could have been anyone. And I didn't like that because that puts a lot of people's jobs and a lot of people's future at risk.
The fact that Heather's being so coy about this and not just flat out saying what happened to her, like, we would all stop talking about this. I'm like, Heather, do you need more attention? Is this a diversion from like last night's conversation?
And you know what? For me, loyalty's a deal breaker. Deal broken.
She made it seem like nothing.
I never have boundaries, ever. And I'm just having a boundary and I just wanted to see if people would respect it. Spoiler alert.
Meredith, there comes a point where Lisa accuses you of questioning her mental health.
Oh, I have a lot to say about that.
I need you to explain how I turned it on you, because I did not.
of calling you mentally ill, and that is extraordinarily disgusting to say that I said that, because I did not.
I have a lot to say about that.
Meredith completely insinuated that I'm having mental health issues.
If you think that you should be getting some help, I'm happy to help you.
I said, what kind of help do I need, Meredith? And she goes, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. What kind of help do I need,
That's
Meredith?
it. I don't
wanna
know.
What kind
I
of
don't
help do I
profess
need?
to be a doctor.
And that was a contingency for us to be friends, that I have to get help.
I never questioned her mental health. Help could mean go work more with a shaman, get a better fitness trainer, go see a life coach, see a therapist, get a friendship that you find fulfilling for yourself, work on your marriage, work on a gazillion things, or how about get a freaking exorcist? It's enough.
You know, I don't want to be lawyered by my friend. I want to have a conversation with my friend. And Meredith never practiced law. She has a law degree. And the fact that she's using words and semantics with the way she's saying her words and what words she's using so she can backtrack and say, oh, I never questioned your mental health. I just said, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how, like, much more of the Meredith's mind I can take, because that's what they are.
I would never question somebody's mental health. If she told me she had mental health issues, sure, that's another story. She has never said that to me. I did not question her. I made that very clear in Arizona.
I don't like you commenting on my mental stability and health.
I didn't say your mental
You
stability.
basically did.
No, I did not.
So to go back there made me extremely angry, especially for her knowing exactly what I'm doing, exactly what matters to me, exactly what I went through with my nephew, which she conveniently forgot in Arizona.
I'm not going to slit my wrist for anybody. I will speak for myself.
That's a horrible thing to say.
No, it's not. It is not. It's,
You know what?
no.
Stop. Stop. Which was also very hurtful.
I use a phrase a lot that means it's horrible for me, like I want to slit my wrist. When she got so upset about that, I didn't know that there was, and I still don't know, like, the details behind what happened with her nephew. She's never confided that in me.
My nephew makes an attempt on his life, and she says she didn't know, but everyone else heard me talk about it. Don't tell me I'm questioning your mental health. I never did that.
It's dangerous that she's implying that I'm not mentally well because I had one moment where I just had enough.
Hate her. She's a whore. She's half of New York.
But yet all of her rants are totally fine and okay. You yelled at me every single time we were together, Shabbat dinner.
I am a mother. If I said anything about her child that was, when I even said, well, does this mean I should speak negatively about her child? I asked the question, which I never would do that. And she went ballistic.
Fish kiss when we got pedicures, Jenny's Peace Garden luncheon.
If you're her friend, be her freaking friend, or don't.
At Whitney Wild Rose Beauty Party.
So upset. Yeah, you are continually attacking me and yelling at me, and it's not boding well for me.
Oh, okay, fine, Meredith. I'm not chasing again. I'm not.
So like, what was going on there? It was because I was friends with Jen and you were mad at me and you were punishing me for it. Just say, I don't fucking like you and I don't want to be your friend. And no matter how hard you beg or how many times you apologize, it's never going to be the same. And that's fine. I understand that. Like, I don't expect forgiveness from Meredith. I've apologized and I mean it, but I can't make her forgive me and I don't want to. It has to be what she wants.
I never said a word about her mental health. Getting help can mean a lot of things.
And shortly after,
Sorry. I'm a little passionate on that one.
Love you, baby. Bye.
Whitney opens up about her frustrations about Meredith and the rumors about you.
And the other thing that I'm really frustrated with is Meredith.
Tell me.
You know how I used to always be like, oh, Lisa's the puppet master, Lisa.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what she's doing. She's very smart at it. She knows how to stir something up and then knows that someone else will take it.
This conversation was weird and vague. It's upsetting to me because I'm like, can this stop? Like, I just want it to stop.
Watching Meredith on this girls' trip in San Diego.
Whitney, you have told Heather, you have told Jen, Lisa has told John, who has told Seth, that I started these rumors.
And watching her go as far as still pulling up things about Lisa.
And they do have a loan way below market value.
Watching the behavior between Meredith, Jen, and Heather so dramatically shifting.
Like, I wouldn't ask 100 people for $25K if I'm the richest girl in the group.
It really sent a red flag in my head of like, hey, I just want to remind you, I'm sorry that I participated. I've heard that she slept with him to sway him to invest in her businesses. But Meredith isn't done with you, and it's very obvious. And I just wanted her to know that no matter what happens, she has me as her friend now, and I'll back her up.
I think Whitney's trying to do the right thing, but I think Whitney knows Meredith wants to retaliate against me. Whitney said Meredith really started the rumors. She was calling me saying that she wants me to talk to someone that's going to tell disparaging information about me and my family and wanted Whitney to talk to this person.
So what was her plan? To like get all of you to like...
To get all of us to start saying things about you.
Meredith came into our friend group in trauma.
You don't want me here.
Bad thing. It's been
Okay.
really
You want room? I'll give you room.
And like, she wants us all in the same triage with her. She doesn't, I'm not wounded. I don't want to be in there with you. I want to have fun and enjoy my life and be happy. I don't want to talk about this stuff. I think it's dark and icky. I think that they want me to be this girl that's out cheating on her husband, but I'm like, sorry, I work with John, I sleep with John, I live with John, I'm raising kids with John. I'm not leaving and going anywhere without John. Listen, I'm not giving sexual favors to anyone, so the whole thing is like so stupid. And like, I'm like, at least come up with something cool, like maybe like a small country or a big country, one with lots of natural resources. Like, if you're gonna hook up with somebody, you better get something great from it, not like Vita placements. And we don't have to do that because we make great tequila. But I'm grateful Whitney will be honest with me and wants to like fully clear the air. But I also like, don't like this subject and I don't want to talk about it.
Did I acknowledge that there were rumors out there? Yes.
There have been question marks surrounding her marriage, her business, and her finances.
Did I say I didn't believe them? Yes. It sounds absurd to me. Did I say potentially that there is some bigger issue out there and maybe that's why there are rumors flying? And it may not pertain to anything with blowjobs and jazz tickets or anything of that sort. Just that there was an issue so that I could figure out a way to move forward with Lisa because she would not give me any level of understanding of why she had her tantrum.
I hate her. She's a whore. She's half of New York.
She would not give me anything to assure me that it wasn't going to happen again. There was no active showing I am making this change, I am anything of that sort. And quite frankly, I never heard from her from the time we left LA until I ran into her at Sharif's party. So I was in a point where I'm like, okay, after a week after LA, when I hadn't heard anything, I'm sort of like, all right, I got the memo. We are not friends. Is there a bigger problem where she actually needs my help and I should be trying to do something? Somehow it turned into I said all these things about Lisa that Whitney said, not just to me, but apparently to others as well.